Yo, I just found this really cool band called... No, you didn't. I mean, I got this beanie at the show. You didn't. This sweater I got this sweater at the show. No, you didn't. This is my bed. The term is thrown around a lot, but what exactly is gatekeeping? The term gatekeeping derived from a psychologist in the early 1900s known as Kurt Zadok Lewin, defining gatekeeping as the process of selecting and then filtering items of media that can be consumed within the time or space that an individual happens to have. People select specific content to show you instead of showing you everything. Enough history! I'll leave the links to the articles down below. You can read them yourself. Basically, old man make word long time ago. Gatekeeping nowadays is mainly used when someone takes it upon themselves to decide who does or does not have right or access to a certain community. That's what Urban Dictionary said, but I think it's pretty accurate. And that's a bad thing for many reasons, but I think I'll start with the main reason that gatekeepers can potentially turn into a toxic fan base. Gatekeepers tend to believe they have this power to control who enters a community based on their love or knowledge of whatever it is they're trying to gatekeep.
What a strange person.
I know why people do it. While it can be annoying for hip-hop artists to fake the rock star persona, and yeah, I think major fashion companies trying to use band merch as a form of profit is a bad thing. I mean, these companies are using logos and designs from these bands, these metal and rock bands, and are essentially taking the money from the artists because they're not making any money off of it. Band merch is supposed to be a way to support the bands you love, and when companies like these use band merch as a form of fashion, it diminishes the value of the merch. It's no longer a statement of support for the band, it's a statement of fashion, and I think that's very harmful for a lot of communities, and especially in the rock and metal community, which is like where it mostly is being taken advantage of. Even if we were to gatekeep stuff like that, which isn't even that bad because they mainly use bands like Metallica or AC/DC and they're already like stupid rich, it's not the same as a die-hard metal fan gatekeeping some unknown band from the 1990s called like Putrid Death Carcass or something. A lot of the intense gatekeeping really only happens with underground music. The biggest example recently that I've seen is the newfound interest in death metal because of a very popular song called To the Hellfire by Lorna Shore. Listen, we all know the song. Will Ramos' performance really took the world by storm and popularized death metal to a much wider fan base, and tons of people from the death metal scene didn't really like the huge amount of new fans and tried to gatekeep the living crap out of the bands that they loved. For some reason, they think it's cool to like things that are not popular. It's like they found this hidden gem that's all for themselves and they feel special because they are the ones that discovered it.
Stole it. He stole it.
I personally don't understand this at all. I mean, if I found a cool band, I'd be showing freaking everybody. I'm a reaction channel, for crying out loud. I do that like literally every week. Artists survive because of their fans and because of that word of mouth, of spreading the name and talking about them and letting people in and bringing people into the scene. And when fans stop new fans from coming in, that means they don't grow and they make no monies. As someone who makes music and wants to eventually make music full time, you have no idea how much it means when someone shows your music to someone else. Like the fact that people are like out there spreading your music, stuff that you took months and maybe years to write and to craft. People put a lot of their heart and soul into this music, and for people to spread the word about their music, it means everything. So when people gatekeep, it's just bad. No. But I get it. You don't want to witness people being interested in the community because it can get pretty cringy at times. I'll admit, I'm seeing some cringe. People not understanding, just not having any knowledge about the subject. I get it. They are uncultured. But we shouldn't just shun them out because they have this interest but they don't know anything about it. Teach them. Don't just block them out. Bring them in and be almost like a mentor or a tour guide for what is the metalcore and metal community. For the most part, the metal community is very kind. It's very rarely come across some gatekeepers in the metalcore scene, but when you do, it gets under my skin. Be kind to new people coming into the metal scene. We all are ignorant at some point of a certain subject. If someone comes in and they don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about, educate them instead of just bashing them and like exiling them. It's not cool. What are your thoughts on gatekeeping? I know I said a bunch of negative stuff, but I would love to actually hear ways in which gatekeeping could be like a positive or beneficial thing to certain communities. It doesn't even have to be metalcore, anything. The last thing I want is for this to be a one-sided conversation. I want to hear your thoughts. So comment down below. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to my rant, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.